Despite the power difference, you will feel the difference. There's nothing like a lightweight sports car. And that's what I love about the GR86, because it fulfills that perfect formula of a sports car. Front engine, rear wheel drive, lightweight. It's not a lot of power, but that's not what this car is about anyway. If you want a lot of power, you get a GT car, you get a Supra, you get the new Z, you could even get the new Mustang. There's so many different cars to choose from. If you want that power, but that lightweight aspect for a new car, there's no other car that can provide that other than a Miata. But with the Miata, you got no trunk space. I can fit 4 tires, a jack, and a bunch of tools in the trunk with the seats folded down.
So it's practical.
It's super practical. I could bring it to the track. I could drive to the track and back and not even worry about it.
Yeah, you know what I just noticed? This bitch got a track mode.
It does have a track mode. So track mode, it just turns off the traction control. But what's cool about it is you'll see.
Oh, it even tells you the oil temperature, but it doesn't tell you that in the regular mode at all. There's no way to.
So when you're in your regular mode and you look at the gauge cluster, it'll just show you the RPMs, and you can switch through menus. That's what's very helpful about the regular mode. But when you try to look at your oil temperatures and your water temperatures, it's just a bar. And you're just gonna have to ballpark guess what it is instead of actually knowing what it is. But that's fine, because once you put it in track mode, you get to see exactly what temps you're running at. It turns off.
So you don't drive it in track mode like when you pushing it? Do you need to? Like, do you ever feel like interference with like traction control and stuff like that?
For what I'm doing, and especially as a daily car and a car you want to just have fun with, you don't need to be in track mode. There's no reason to be in track mode. Not ever, but it's rare that you need to even be in track mode. Why do you need your traction control off, especially on a public street? If you're driving...
Well, I mean, like some cars you do. Like my car, you actually do need to turn the traction control off. Like there's interference, like when you're really pushing it, especially with a sticky tire. So like with the Yokohamas, you don't really feel that. Like it's still compliant, everything is okay.
I think the reason why I don't ever need to go into track mode or have the traction off, because the car is so light, and because from factory it has 215s, I stepped up and put 255s. With all that meat and all that traction, there's no reason to even have it in sports mode to take off the traction, because the traction that I have is limiting and it's kicking in because it's trying to stop me from kicking the rear out. It's nothing like that. So we'll switch and you'll...
I get to drive it now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And you'll give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I'll give my thoughts.
Tell me your thoughts on the Project Mu pads.
And it's perfect.
Perfect?
The brake balance is even better than when you had Wildwoods, I can tell.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like everything is so balanced. When I brake in initially, it's hard but not too hard. It gives me as much as I will give it with the pedal. And I think you mentioned that before, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned something like that.
The modulation is so easy. You can press down. It's not going to throw you out. But if you need more brakes, give more brakes.
Yeah, man, it feels perfect. And just the A6 in general, like, I think I fell in love with this car. Just driving it every day for a period of time. Before it was now. Before it was new clutch, new brakes, new exhaust, HKS suspension, Yokohama. Before all of that, it was a regular 86. It is very compliant. Everything you want out of it, it'll give it to you. Not to the extent that you need it to be if you're trying to really push the car, But let's say if it's your first car, like your first sports car, it's the kind of car that it'll teach you something.
Yes.
You can learn in
That's
this
why
car.
they say it's like a driver's car. It's a learner's car.
You can make very minor mistakes and really learn the dynamics of driving, the dynamics of everything sports car related as well as regular car related. It's a regular car when you don't modify it. It's a regular car.
Yeah, it's a regular car.
It is with the HKS clutch and the clutch chatter all day. And the fucking bolt action rifle I gotta manipulate. It's a step up, but I still appreciate it. When I drove the Supra, the Supra's throttle felt natural. I didn't feel any weird electronic, interference or anything like that. Even my car's from 2007, the Nismo 350Z, and it's an electronic throttle, but the throttle doesn't feel weird. It doesn't even feel electronic. But with this car, for some reason, it feels electronic. It doesn't feel natural.
Yeah, and
I don't know
it has
why.
an initial delay, and then it goes.
Even when you try to heel toe downshift, it feels weird. And the only way to fix that is
Tom's throttle controller. I went with Tom's. There are so many different people make it. Blitz makes them. Pedal Commander. There's a whole different type, but all it does is tricks the ECU into opening up more. It doesn't make the car faster. It just makes the throttle response faster. But the initial in between, there's an initial, use like a wait. It's like half a second, and then the throttle goes. And as you know, in racing, half a second definitely counts for everything, especially when you have to do linear, smooth throttle responses, and it just kicks in automatically. That in the middle of a corner or wherever it may be, that's dangerous.
Oh, a Nismo. Oh, hi. This is probably not a good idea to try to keep up with this Nismo while I'm fresh driving your car. Oh, it feels good. Oh, it's so worn in. It feels really good.
It feels good now, right?
Yes.
And the brakes. Remember, the tires are a little...
Yeah, help me remember that I'm in this car and what to watch out for, because so far it feels amazing. Like, oh, wow, it's so dialed in.
You can do anything. Watch out for the big bumps.
Wow, so much torque. Oh my God.
Yeah, because you're right at the RPM range where that torque kicks in.
Yeah, it feels really good. Oh, he's doing it too. No, that wasn't a challenge. I'm just warming up the car. I'm trying to take it easy, but this is so fun.
The tires might not allow you to late brake, but the brakes will.
All right, got you.
Just decreasing radius turns.
I know. I'm trying to be super careful. Like that.
You feel how the tires can't keep up?
No, they're good. They got me. They caught me. I would have been dead otherwise. That was great.
So fast.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm driving a car that I've never really driven before. Trying to keep up. Wow, good for him.
Wow.
He's so good.
So fast. Oh my gosh, he's fast.
I'm trying everything, Jake.
I know.
I'm trail braking.
Whew.
He's so good.
He's so good. But I reckon if you were in the car by yourself, the lighter weight would definitely help you keep up.
Of course.
If this had fresh tires,
I would have at least kept up.
you would have kept up.
But I think I did pretty fucking
Oh,
good
you
for
did crazy.
never
good.
really driving this car
On an unfamiliar
on an
course.
unfamiliar road. Oh, that was exhilarating.
Woo! Fire, bro.
Yo. I didn't expect that because I was trying to just like do an easy
Easy
impression.
run, but because all right, try to talk to him.
Yeah.
Roll down the window. Well, I love the styling of the car. I love this car. It is so stylish. I love how the body lines, with how it just swoops and around, and the ducktail really makes it. That's why I was very like pedantic. Remember when I was like, I need a premium. I'm not getting anything else but the premium, because the premium has the blind spot detectors, it has the duck bill, and the duck bill changes how it looks. Stock wise, the black stock wheels look better in my opinion than the silver ones from the base model. That's why we had to get the premium. I love the headlights. It's a departure from the previous generation of how it was more stylish from the previous generation in my opinion. I do like these ones, but people say, and I can see why, they're kind of generic. A lot of new cars have these type
look
headlights.
fine. I think because they have the daytime running lights embedded in there, I think it looks good. I think if it didn't have that, then it would look basic.
Yeah, one of the funny details about this one, with the 8.6, the daytime running lights stop here. So this half is just all dead, nothing, there's no lights.
And are you gonna get the aftermarket ones that like come down here?
Yes, I am gonna get the aftermarket headlights.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like when I first seen this car, I did not like like how it looked.
Really? Why?
It looked like it's like too simple, right? It looked very bubbly, but I think that was because I was looking at the BRZ. Whatever they did with the 8.6 and gave it more of an aggressive look, like it really worked, because like I really didn't like when they first debuted it. But I like even what you did here, like, you know, changing the daytime running lights, the little touches, the little OEM touches.
Yeah, with the clear from versus the orange amber bezel that they had from the USDM market.
Stock is orange or yellow?
The USDM one is orange. JDM and pretty much everywhere else, it's the clear.
And then you change that to the clear
Change it to the clear JDM one.
And then moving forward, I noticed that it doesn't have the stock, whatever, it's not a side skirt. What is this called? From the fender.
From the fender?
There used to be like a black plastic piece.
So that black plastic piece, a lot of cars, 8.6s came with them. That's just one of those like dealer option things that they stick on. Yeah. They don't come with those from factory. I took those off. I wrapped the roof in the Maxarito style type, where just swoop cover the roof. I did the satin.
I can see it. Like it comes off from the roof and extends onto the A-pillar and down. That's really cool. Almost like the
satin
New Z, right?
gives it like a nice sleek look without it being too in your face with the gloss. Like a gloss is in your face. I like the subtle look. It's if you walk by it, you know. Yeah. And the little piece I put here near the window, it looks like the window's a little bit extended. It gives it a better look.
You really stole the whole the New Z look, huh?
Yeah. The New Z look is nice because what I like here, the New Z had that katana blade, but instead of that, it's just the actual paint of the car itself. So it blends so nicely.
Right? This is also? Okay.
The whole thing is wrapped.
Yeah.
I plan on doing a SARD front lip. I do love it. It's my favorite lip. It's the best looking one. Yeah. But the way it's designed, how it extends out, it's almost like they have canards built into the front lip. Yeah. It's gonna really help with downforce. They have a whole little chart that shows it through a wind tunnel and how it actually helps. And what's really cool is the shape of it almost looks like a Nismo front lip. Yeah. I want that one, but it takes like 6 months to make from Japan in carbon fiber and send over.
And then all the tariffs.
And all the tariffs and everything, it's affected the price. And if I put a front lip, I'm gonna have to put a rear wing to match. Yeah. And that snowballs and that gets more expensive, as you know. Yeah. And then, all right, now I need a rear diffuser and so on and so on. And then by the time I'm done, I'm spending $5,000-$6,000, and that's the price of an HKS turbo kit.
Yeah. So move on to the back?
Yeah.
So let's move on to the back.
You were saying earlier about remember when you first called me, we were talking about it. I remember saying, oh, I'm gonna buy an 8.6, I'm gonna buy an 8.6. I saw one, it's not that good. But you were looking at the BRZ, and the BRZ didn't come with the ducktail from a factory. Even the base models don't come with the ducktail. You need to get the premium. They have like the color match ones you can buy, and you could buy like the Street Hunter ones and the ones that go out like wider. I like the OEM one because it's not too long, but it's not super short either. So I think it's like just right. Like it's perfect. And what you're saying too about the front end, the BRZ ones was just like more round bubble. The 8.6 is like a lot more aggressive. I changed the rear exhaust to the single exit HKS high power Spec L. This one, I like visually the single exit. I prefer a single exit, especially on a car like this.
Yeah, it's just preference.
It's just preference. The dual exit is nice.
That's not true, because didn't you get the dual exit?
I originally got it because I was afraid I didn't want anything to be too loud. I got the Spec L2, which was made specifically for the new generation 8.6. But when I put it on, it's too quiet.
Yeah.
Like, quiet.
Yeah, as if like you should have just kept it stock.
I should have just kept it
higher
stock.
Quality stock.
It's higher
exhaust.
quality stock because it brings out the sound.
Yeah.
And it actually has a more clear sound than this, but it's like you turn the volume all the way down, and no matter how much you try to raise it, it will never get past that level. So I switched. I've owned this car for about 3 years now, and upon owning it, there's a lot of characteristics of the car that becomes very apparent. So as advertised, the car is a handling car, and that's very obvious. It handles very well, but the question is, how does it handle? And it just attacks corners so smoothly. And it's like, it feels like it's on rails, especially with the Yokohamas. From stock, it just comes with the Pilot Sport, it's the 4 Summers, and those are good tires because they grip up, but they only have 215 in width versus me switching to these Yokohamas. They're 255s and they're 200 tread wear. So just going through the corners, it just hooks, it just grips, and it just feels like it's just endless grip, and it just keeps gripping without any issue. That's what I love about the 8.6, is that you can have so much confidence in a corner and not be worried. The problem is, though, this car tends to oversteer a little bit, kind of reminiscent of the S2000 in a way, but it doesn't really snap out like that. And there's a whole joke meme going around like it's the curse of the 8.6, but this car is such a perfect beginner's car. It's just people driving above their means and above their skill level. So after fixing the camber, lowering it a little bit, using the HKS Hypermax S, using the dampening, I'll try to soften it as much as possible to try to help the rear not kick out as much, lower the PSI, and all of that helped, but it wasn't enough. So what I found that really helped change the characteristics of this car was a front roll bar. I got the Cusco front roll bar. It's non-adjustable. It's 20 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. And it does its job. The car does not oversteer as much anymore. Not at all, really. The car is just perfectly balanced now. I can dive into the corner without worrying about the tail end kicking out. I can push it on corner exit without the tail end coming out. Everything steers nice and perfect and normal the way it should be. The 8.6 has a lot of strengths and one very apparent weakness, and that is the power. And I decided to focus on the strengths in lieu of the weaknesses. When people get these cars, they throw a bunch of power at them. You'll see sometimes they either just throw a turbocharger or a supercharger, or they'll do headers in a tune, E85, try to fix that torque dip a little bit that it has. But my main focus was, how can I improve the handling characteristics? And everything I did was to do that. So after changing the roll bar, I changed the front end links and the rear end links to fix the sway bar positioning. You have the confidence to keep pushing it, because the car will communicate and tell you what's going on. It'll tell you that, hey, this doesn't have enough grip, I'm oversteering or I'm understeering. It'll tell you that, hey, I'm going in this corner too fast. You can feel it. Every little inch of this car you can feel. So you know what's gonna happen. You know it's such an easy car. That's why they say it's like the best beginner sports car to have, because you could just keep driving with confidence and not be too worried.
Getting a chance to drive this car was such an honor and a privilege, because there aren't many cars being built like this anymore. This is not a review of a regular 8.6. This car has completely transformed, and now it's race car-esque, and you feel it in the suspension, you feel it on bumps, you feel it with the squeaky brakes and the clutch chatter, but that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of building something special and tuning it to your liking and how you want it, versus just buying a car and being okay with how it came. There's something special about building a car and driving it to its full potential.